these are the things I've learned since turning 25. Nobody thought to tell me that the quarter life crisis is actually a real thing. I turned 25 not too long ago, a little bit less than a month ago, and I just have to tell you the truth because I woke up on my 25th birthday in shambles. Number one, I had the flu, and I didn't know I had the flu because it lasted for 4 weeks, but my fever was only about like a week and a half, and then like the residual symptoms were like 3 more days. First off, I got really sick on the 22nd. My birthday was the 27th, okay? I didn't finish being sick until like a month later. So I figured out later I had the flu. I didn't even know the flu could last a month. My fever symptoms started like 2 weeks after. So I don't even know. I don't know if I had two flus, like a back-to-back flu. I don't fucking know. But I woke up on my birthday feeling like shit. And the first thing I thought about was, wow, I had the chance for love and it didn't work out, and now I'm 25 and I'm like a quarter to 100, if I even make it to 100, and that love didn't work out, so I need to like search for a plan B. The second thing I thought was, damn, like, now what? So I moved to Italy like 2 years ago, so my third year of Italy is starting at the beginning of next year, and it's definitely a wake-up call, the fact that I've graduated and I'm still fucking applying to jobs. This has been the most stressful thing, but let me tell you, when I turned 25, it was like a switch went off in my brain and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be 25, like still interning. In Europe, it's so different because there's not really such a timeline on you need to finish your internship by this time, you need to finish your studies by this time. Like in Europe, your 20s are pretty much allowed for you. They're allocated for you to study, to learn more, to get all your like beginner credentials finished. Like your 20s are kind of mapped out for you and it's socially accepted. In America, I swear the timeline is so quick. Like you have people graduating high school at 15 and graduating college at 18, and it's like, what the fuck? Like I thought I was on like a really fast track, but I look at other people and I'm like, from America, and I'm like, damn. But after coming to Italy, I learned to slow down and accept that this is my path. But what's hard is I'm still 25 to Americans. So my whole family is like, Chandler, like you need to get your shit together. What are you gonna do with your life? Like what are you doing? And meanwhile, I'm like live streaming full time on TikTok every day. Like, I honestly had no idea that I would even become a live streamer. Like that was insane to me. It happened after my breakup. I was like, I need something to do. So I like started live streaming. And also after graduation, I was like, I need something to do. So I started live streaming as I've been like finishing my portfolio, starting my brand, and kind of just like applying to jobs and internships. So it's been an amazing distraction and also like something to do on the side when I'm like looking for internships and jobs. But the job market like is horrible. If you are 25 at this point in your life or around it, I'm so sorry for you because the job market fucking sucks, at least in the creative industry. Every fashion design job taken, every fashion merchandising job taken, every fucking magazine editorial job is taken. Like I want anything in fashion and then I'll like work up from there. The other thing is like I have so much experience in the industry. Like I've assisted and interned over 30 designers in New York, London, Paris, and Italy. So I have like a really fucking thick resume. So I graduated thinking that that resume would literally get me into anything. I also have my master's degree from Italy and I have a bachelor's degree. So I was like, oh, I'm like absolutely set. That's not how it works here. Like there are companies that have told me you have too much experience for an entry level role, but because you don't have an entry level role on your resume, we cannot hire you. So I'm like, fuck, like what am I supposed to do? So I started deleting my experience off of my resume. So I'm like, okay, so I've interned at Tory Burch, like Stella McCartney, Rebecca Mingo, like all of these companies, and I'm literally like deleting them so that I can get a job in Europe, so that they don't think I'm overqualified and I'll like take over the other designers in the position as a starting designer, you know? But it sucks because it's like I have all of this skill set. I have everything mapped out of like what it takes to be a designer. I've done all of it. Like I'm ready to enter the industry as a fucking designer, and I cannot find anything. Like, when I tell you I've applied to over 500 jobs, I've applied to over 500 jobs. So many rejection letters. Anyways, being 25 is kind of the point in your life where you realize happiness comes first, obviously, but health comes before that. So if I'm feeling healthy, perfect. If I'm feeling happy, perfect. And when I turned 25, my health was all over the place because I had the flu. So I was literally like sweating to death in my bed, like, oh my God, like what's gonna happen to me? Yeah, that was not the best situation. My health is better now. My heart's been racing a lot because I've had a lot of anxiety because of these applications. I'm like, please hire me. And also just like the pressure from family back in America is like really difficult. And I know that if I go back to America, the second I get back, it's gonna be like pressure times a million because I'm gonna be like literally physically with my family. We have more of like a distant relationship, my family and I. We work very well apart. We love each other from a distance and it works very well like that. I mean, pretty well. But I just know for a fact, like if I'm back in America, in this situation, my family would not be having it. They'd be like, you need to like get your shit together. And I'm trying, but like, girl, this job market is crazy. Like, my goal in my whole life has been to like move to Italy. And I've been here for 2 years, okay? It's been amazing. Or not to Italy, but to Europe. And now it's just like I'm on that little last step of like getting a job or getting an internship and like figuring my shit out and then like starting my life. And it's like that last little step takes the longest and is the hardest, I swear. Like if you don't have like a direct family connection, which none of my family is a fashion designer, good luck. Like I wish you the absolute like best, and please wish me the best too because I'm like praying every day for real. But turning 25 has led me a lot to like spirituality. I went to the cemetery last month and it was the most breath of fresh air, which is crazy because when I was younger the cemetery kind of like really freaked me out. I was very scared of it, but I went and I saw like numbers 25 everywhere and I was like, wait, is this a good sign or is this a bad sign? But I definitely started my midlife crisis around that time. I think it was like the day before my birthday that I like last went to the cemetery. It was beautiful. I felt like I was like talking to them. Like I felt their presence and it was kind of like I was baptizing myself to get ready for my quarter life crisis. Like you start to do things at 25 that like feel just so different than things that you would have done at 24. This is crazy because it's only been a month, but like I'm for real serious. It's like a reality check. I'm in my mid-20s now. I mean, I was in my mid-20s at 24, but this is like for real my mid-20s. I listen to Blue Bannisters now the most out of any Lana Del Rey album. I've been listening to Blue Bannisters on repeat, and if I listen to any Taylor Swift, it's Evermore. Like it's like you start to age, like not in like a aging way, like my skin is sinking or anything. No, more of like a maturity level. Like anything that's calm, like I'll take it. I'm listening to like older music, and like I want to buy a record player. Like you just start to look for peace in every single corner, and that's kind of just like where I'm at. If anyone has any advice on what to do after turning 25 and being in the predicament of feeling so stressed and all over the place because there's so much comparison and pressure, especially in like the job field from like family and friends. And if anyone has any advice to stay grounded when you're 25, because I do have a feeling 26 will be a little easier. It's just like the pressure of 25. If I can get through it with like my career on its toes, it's been a lot and it's only been less than a month. I hope you all have a great night. I will talk to you soon. Please subscribe and I'll see you shortly. Ciao, ciao.